Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend so far. So in today's video, as usual, I'm going to be showing you some brand new makeup, doing some speed reviews of things that I've tried out over the past week or so. And guys, I have to say, so many of these products are actually dupes for other makeup. So I know how much you love dupes. I love them too. It was just so weird because as I was using each thing, I couldn't believe how many things were so similar to other products that I've tried. So why don't we go ahead and jump right into it? I have mostly drugstore makeup with one or two higher end things thrown in. So let's get started first with some Flower Beauty products. I feel like those are the things I've gotten the most requests to review and I'm probably the most excited about as well. So first up, we have these new Chrome Crush pressed pigments. So these look super interesting. They're $12 each and I got 3 shades, although they do come in 6 altogether. I just wanted to try the formula out first before I committed to buying all 6. They come in glass pots with a little plastic stopper that keeps them pressed down, and they claim to have a gel powder texture that creates buildable dimensions so they can be worn either alone for a sheer wash of color or as an eyeshadow topper for a little bit more intensity. So right away, as soon as I saw these, I thought they reminded me exactly of the Hourglass Scattered Light eyeshadows, and those are $30 each, so definitely a lot steeper than these at $12. They come in very similar style packaging with the glass jars and the little plastic stopper inside. I feel like even that looks exactly the same. The product itself also looks super close as well. The 2 shades that I have side by side here aren't exact shade matches, but I feel like there might be some dupes between the 2 brands. The Hourglass range is pretty big. And I have to say too, these have an identical feel and texture to them. Both go on a little bit more sheer. They have a very refined glitter that's not chunky at all. And I have Hourglass in the shade Reflect, and this is Quartz from Flower Beauty. So I feel like the Hourglass one is a little more pink than the Flower, but I'm actually glad they're not the same shade, because if they were, then I would have basically the identical thing. And I'm glad that I have some additional shades in the Flower that I don't have in Hourglass. It just gives me more to play with, and I feel like they are pretty much the identical thing. Now, the one slight downside to these, which I feel like it'll be a downside for some of you and not for others, is that these do contain micro glitter. So every once in a while, like as I've been wearing these throughout the week, I did notice just a slight bit of like little glitters here and there, like on my cheeks. Not really a big deal for me, and I like that the glitter isn't super thick and chunky. I wear contacts and I have pretty sensitive eyes. I can't stand when things are getting in my eyes, and I didn't feel like this glitter was really bothering me at all. I think just because it's so small. So I just wanted to put that out there. Let me go ahead and show you quickly what each of these 3 shades look like on my eyes. I don't have any other makeup on, so please excuse that, but the other day I wanted to just quickly swipe each one on and show you guys what they look like. Again, these are very sheer if you wear them alone, so just keep that in mind. You can definitely like build them up a little bit if you want to, but I don't feel like these are a super intense kind of a color effect. They more give you like a wet look to your eyes and just a little bit of gleam and glimmer. However, I am wearing the Quartz shade today on top of my Huda Beauty Naughty Nudes palette, and I feel like when you put it on top of another shadow, it really helps to just amp everything up and look way more glowy. So these are great for that too, if you just don't want to wear them on their own. Next up, I have new lip liners from Flower Beauty as well. These are called the Perfect Pout Sculpting Lip Liner. They retail for $10 each, and they come in 8 shades. I bought 3 of them to try for now, and they have a slanted, almost kind of teardrop style tip versus the little sharp point. They actually remind me a lot of the new ones that e.l.f. came out with recently as well, and very similar to the Patrick Ta Major Headlines lip liner. Those have the same shape as well, and those are $26. So I don't have those, unfortunately, but I feel like these are kind of duping at least the shape of those. Again, not sure about the formula, but one thing I really love about these is that I find them to just be super easy to use, especially compared to a normal lip liner. You can take the really skinny, pointy end of it and use it to just kind of line around your lips and create a really super precise edge. And then you can use the flatter, wider side to fill in your lips. So I find it goes a lot faster than using a traditional lip liner pencil because you have that wider edge. It just covers more area, and these are so creamy. I do still apply a lip balm first before I apply any lip liner, just because I I feel like with really dry lips, it creates a little bit less drag going on. Lip liners do have to be slightly stiffer in texture than a lipstick would, just because by their very nature, they're supposed to kind of grip on and hold on and last all day and help your lipstick to last all day as well. But I really love the Perfect Palette lipsticks, so I knew I was gonna love these too. I feel like these colors are just super, super beautiful. So I definitely wanna go back and pick up some more shades. I'm actually wearing one of them on my lips today for the video. I'm wearing Natural Rose, but again, I just wanna quickly show you all 3 shades that I tried on. So first we have the shade Blush, which is a beautiful pink shade, and I actually wore this in my last video where I showed some new drugstore products. I did a drugstore haul, and I got a lot of requests asking what I was wearing. So that was this one. Next we have the shade Taupe, and this one, it's not really taupe. It's kind of what I would call like a nude or like a nudie brown. So this one's just a great neutral. Again, if you have some neutral lipsticks that you want to pair it with or just to wear it on its own. And then the last one is Natural Rose. Again, the one that I'm wearing in the video today. I feel like this is the perfect Your Lips But Better color. My lips naturally are kind of 2 different colors, so I love products like this where I can just even out the tone of my lips and make them look the same, but yet it kind of doesn't look like I'm really wearing lipstick because it's pretty much the same color as my natural lips. So I've really been loving these. I think they are such an awesome lip liner, and we don't see too many like this at the drugstore other than the new e.l.f. ones that just came out, having that same kind of shaped tip. So I think this is probably going to be a trend going forward, but Flower Beauty is definitely early on that trend. So definitely check these out. And then the product that I feel like everybody's been asking me about, and I was so excited to get it. It was actually delayed in shipping. So it was sitting in West Virginia somewhere at a FedEx warehouse. And I've been like, come on, please get here by the time this video is gonna go up. And they finally arrived. And that's the new Flower Beauty Spotlight Liquid Highlighters. So many people right away saw them on Instagram and were thinking of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Beauty Light Wand. So let's take a quick look at the highlighters first. So these claim to give your skin a pearlescent glow with a dewy, radiant finish. They're infused with moisturizing goji berries and cranberry seeds, and they have the built-in applicator, the cushion applicator for easy application and blending. And they're also supposed to give an optical soft focus effect, plus they're cruelty-free, vegan, and gluten-free. They come in 3 shades. We have Opal, which is described as a white gold highlight. Then we have Gleam, which is a rose gold highlight, and then Gilded, which is a bronze highlight. And packaging wise, these are so similar to the Charlotte Tilbury ones. It's the same style with the little cushion applicator, and it has the part right underneath that where you turn it to kind of click it open, and then you just squeeze up the product from there. And I wanted to obviously compare these two and find out if they truly are dupes for each other as far as the color goes. So first I wanted to compare the Opal shade from Flower Beauty next to the Beauty Light Wand in Spotlight from Charlotte Tilbury. These are both light champagne colors, and I have to say they look so incredibly similar when they're swatched out. Not only are they basically the same color, they also have an incredibly similar finish. They both have kind of a pearlized effect. They're not glittery or sparkly at all, but they just give your cheeks such a beautiful gleam and glow. And I really don't see any difference between the Charlotte Tilbury and the Flower Beauty. So I feel like I can definitely confidently call these a dupe. But the one I was really curious about was the Gleam shade from Flower Beauty. This is that rose gold color. I wanted to see if it was a good dupe for Pinkgasm from Charlotte Tilbury, because that one is always sold out all the time, not to mention expensive. But sadly, these two are not actually color dupes. The Flower Beauty one is a lot lighter. It's not nearly as pink. And really, it just kind of translates as a highlight on your cheeks rather than a blush. It just doesn't give that much color. So even though the finishes are very similar to each other, it just won't work as a blush, sadly. But hopefully Flower Beauty will expand this line at some point and maybe make some that are more like a glowy blush. We'll have to see. I'm putting in my request for that right now. And then as far as the Gilded shade goes, I actually do have another Charlotte Tilbury light wand. This is a Pillow Talk version, and it's in the shade 2 medium. And this one actually looks really similar to Gilded. They're both a deeper bronzy color, and I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury one as kind of like a neutral blush. Once you blend it out, it's just the perfect nude. And I feel like the gilded shade from Flower Beauty is very, very similar. It might be just slightly more gold, while the Pillow Talk one is a little bit more pinky bronze. But I think blended out on your cheeks, the gilded shade could make a really beautiful bronzy blush. So I feel like as dupes, these are really, really close except for the pink shade. Next up, I have a new blush from Persona, which I am so excited about because, as you guys know, I love the Super Blush formula from Persona. I feel like it is just so easy to blend, so finely milled and beautiful, and I've been waiting for them to come out with more colors, and I feel like this one is perfect for springtime. So let's take a closer look. This is $22. I also do have a coupon code with Persona to save you 10%, so I'll leave that with the link down in the description box below. It's Gen 10. And it's described as a bubblegum pink that blends to a soft, cool tone pink flush that's perfect for all skin tones. And it really does look super bright in the pan, but when you blend it out on your cheeks, it's honestly the most beautiful pink. I don't really have a lot of blushes like this in my collection at all, and you can apply it really lightly for a light wash, or you can build it up for more intensity. So I'll quickly show you guys me just applying the blush, and as you can see, it doesn't go on like it looks in the pan where it's almost like a neon bubblegum pink. It really doesn't look like that. It looks super natural on your cheeks. But if you love a cool tone pink blush that almost kind of leans a little bit lavender, I think you will really enjoy this. The formula is top notch. And like I said before, I feel like this formula is just perfect going into spring. So I highly recommend checking this one out, especially if you've already tried the Super Blushes and you love them. Then you know what I'm talking about. This formula is so good. Next up from Profusion, I got some brand new liquid blushes. So these are called the Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush. They're $6 each. They come in 6 shades, and I do have all 6 to share with you today. I wasn't sure I was gonna include these in today's video because I'm still waiting on a package from Profusion. I had been in touch with their PR team, and they said they were gonna be sending me some of their new 5-pan palettes, and they have some soft matte like lipsticks that just came out as well. So they're sending those to me. They knew I had already purchased the blushes, so they weren't sending these, but they were gonna send all the other new stuff, but it's not here yet. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll just wait and put these in like a whole Profusion video. But I've been getting so many questions about these, like DMs on Instagram, questions in the comments of YouTube videos, that I just wanna show you guys these sooner rather than later. So I figured I'll just show you guys the rest of the new Profusion stuff in next Sunday's video, but let's talk about these. So let's take a quick look. I was really excited to see these. They come in 6 shades, $6 each, so really affordable. I love the packaging. They come in these frosted glass tubes with a sparkly cap, and I love how you can see the color and the actual product right through the tube. When you open them up, they have a soft, like puffy applicator that makes it really easy to pat them onto your skin, and you can use it to blend them out. I personally just use my fingers. You can use a brush if you want, but these actually remind me so much of the She Glam liquid blushes. They have pretty much identical outer packaging, just the cap is different. And then when you look inside, the applicators actually look identical as well, and the product applies in the exact same way. Really, it almost seems like the identical product to me. They have the same watery, light, creamy texture that dries down to a matte finish, that doesn't stay sticky on your cheeks, and they also come in the most beautiful shades, from lighter, softer options to deeper, bolder shades. And you can build these up too because they're not greasy, so they layer really well on your cheeks. I'm actually wearing the shade Rose today, which comes out looking very light if you saw in the swatches, but I built it up on my cheeks. I just put a couple layers and it doesn't feel sticky or tacky. It didn't mess with my foundation. So I feel like these are a really nice formula, but again, they remind me so much of the She Glam ones. And I know it's kind of weird to dupe a product that is actually, I think, cheaper than these. The She Glam ones, I want to say, are around $5. So anyway, let me quickly show you what all the colors look like on my skin. So first up, we have the shade Rosé, which is the one that I'm wearing in the video today. This is a beautiful light peachy pink. It's perfect for more fair to light skin tones. I really love this color. This is one of my favorites. The next one is Bellini. This is more of like a warm nude shade. So this is perfect if you're wearing a lot more color on your eyes or lips and you just want a very neutral cheek. I feel like it could almost double as a liquid bronzer as well for some skin tones. Next up is Mai Tai. This one is like a brighter peachy coral, but again, it's not too dark, so I feel like fair to light skin tones can definitely wear this one as well. The next one is Paloma. This one actually looks like a bright red orange coming out of the tube. I had to be careful with this one just to apply the tiniest little dot because it's very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way, and if you're more fair like I am, you could get into clown cheek territory really quickly with this one. So just be careful if you're gonna get any of these deeper shades to just go very, very light-handed with them. Then the second to last one I have is Cosmo. This one in the tube actually looks very close to the shirt that I was wearing when I tried that one on that day. This one is the most stunning terracotta shade, but again, those of you with light skin tones, just be careful with this one. It definitely packs a punch. And then last but not least, we have Sangria. This one is a really beautiful deep berry color. It's gorgeous. I actually put a dot of this one on the back of my hand rather than directly on my cheek because I was afraid of using too much. And that worked out great because I could just use a tiny little bit of it. You could even shear it out with a beauty blender, but this just left the prettiest cool toned flush on my cheeks. I love it. Next up, I also got 2 new brush sets from Profusion. They have an eye essentials set and a face essentials set. So I know I've been talking about Profusion's brushes now for the longest time. They are my favorite when it comes to more affordable brush options. I like these so much better than, let's say, Morphe brushes because these do not shed on me. They feel so incredibly soft, and I love the shapes that they come in. I feel like they're just maybe a little bit on the smaller side, especially when it comes to the eye brushes. And having hooded eyes, I just feel like these fit so nicely, and they're not like these big oversized brushes that are hard to use. So in the Essential Eye set, let me show you that one first. It's $11 for 3 brushes, which is like so crazy. And you get the firm blending eyeshadow brush. You also get the flat, precise eyeshadow brush. And then you get the small pointed eyeshadow. I use the small pointed one a lot for applying shadow to my outer corner. And the firm blending eyeshadow is great too because it's a little bit on the fluffy side, but it also has a firmness to it. So I love using this to deposit color into my crease first, and then I'll take a fluffy brush and kind of blend it out. But this just helps make things super, super precise. And then also the flat shader one is so small. It's great if you want to pack eyeshadow like in your inner corner and in certain areas where like a bigger brush just isn't gonna go. So this is an awesome set for just like more precision. And then we have the Face Essentials set. So let me show you that one up close really quick. We have the round tapered powder brush, we have the buffing foundation brush, and also the flat setting powder brush. And this set is $14. Again, amazing price for face brushes, and they're so, so soft and luxurious feeling. So the round tapered powder brush, I feel like this is great, not for going all over your face, but I mean, you could use this as a really small blush brush if you wanted to get very precise with your blush. The buffing foundation brush is so dense and perfect for applying foundation. And then the flat setting powder brush, perfect for under your eyes because it's just like that perfect shape. It's a little bit tapered on the top. It just fits right in this area so, so nicely. So if you haven't checked out Profusion's brushes, do it. You will not be disappointed. Even the handles, they're just so like ergonomic and easy to hold. They have this little bend right here, just the perfect spot to put your fingers, and they have a rubberized texture on the handles, so you get a really good grip on them as well. They're just amazing. I just can't say enough good things about Profusion's brushes. Next up, Essence also sent over some of their brand new lip glosses. These are called the Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss. So I believe these are supposed to replace an older formula they had called Shine, Shine, Shine. I know a lot of people love those, and they sent these to me in this giant like disco ball. I actually had to kind of pry it open. It wasn't easy, but once I got it open, I saw all of the shades. There's 11 in total, and these are only $3.99 each, which makes them super affordable like most of Essence's products are, and they have them at Essence's website, also Ulta and Amazon. And from what I understand, these were actually reformulated to be more clean and also a vegan formula, and they're supposed to have an improved texture as well. If you go to the Ulta website though, The reviews are pretty terrible for these, and they're all from people saying that they wish the old formula would come back. I don't have experience with the old formula, and if I have tried it, it was a long time ago and I don't remember what they were like, but everyone is saying this is not the same, that these are thinner, they're not as thick, so they don't last as long on your lips, and also that the shine wears away really quickly. And I do have to agree with some of the commenters, at least where that's concerned. When I first tried one of these on my lips, it looked so shiny. It was like a mirror-like shine, but maybe like 15 minutes later, I walked by a mirror, I looked at it, and it kind of had settled down just to kind of looking a little bit dewy. It wasn't even really that glossy. And I feel like that's due to the really thin texture that these have. They almost remind me of a lip oil in that they kind of like melt into your lips and then they start to wear away and disappear. Somebody else, one of the reviewers on Ulta's website, said that it feels like melted down Vaseline, and that, yeah, that's kind of accurate as well. But yeah, there was just a lot of disappointment with these. I don't think they're that bad as far as a lip gloss goes. I don't particularly need my glosses to stay really super shiny, and I prefer that these are not sticky. Even though I know that sticky glosses tend to last a little bit longer on your lips, I don't like the feel of a sticky gloss, and like, especially if I'm outside and the wind is blowing, my hair gets stuck in it, which is annoying. So I prefer one that feels a little bit more like a liquid lip balm and is more hydrating. So that's definitely one thing I liked about these. Also, they said the scent had changed. A little bit orangey and maybe like kind of like an orange vanilla scent. The other ones, from what I understand, they smelled like vanilla cupcakes. So the scent has definitely changed as well. I'd say it's pretty mild as far as scents go. So let me show you guys some swatches of all the different colors. Some of them to the left of your screen are more on the clear side. They have one that's clear with just a little pink tint and a clear one that has some sparkle in it. So you have those kind of varieties. And then over to the right-hand side, they get progressively deeper and have some more color to them. I think the colors are really pretty. I would wear every single one of these. I feel like they're very, very wearable. I just don't really love the formula because I just feel like they don't really do all that much for my lips and they seem to wear away pretty quickly. I much prefer the lifter glosses from Maybelline just because those tend to plump up my lips a little bit, and the hydration that those have lasts all day, even when they disappear. And I didn't really get that from these. So I just feel like these are okay. They're just like a basic lip gloss for me. I also have a skincare product to share with you. It's new from Bliss. You guys know how much I love this brand. They're so affordable. Their ingredients are amazing. They actually used to be a high-end brand that was sold at Sephora. Now you can get them at Target, CVS, all kinds of drugstores. So this is their new Pro 11.8% AHA, BHA, and PHA liquid exfoliant. So for me, this sounded a little bit scary because I actually reacted to the Ordinary's glycolic toner. It burned the heck out of my face. I actually had to just start using it on my body, like for those little bumps on the back of your arms, because on my face, it just stung so bad. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use this. It sounds like it's really strong. So let me just quickly tell you what's in it. We have the exfoliants, we have alpha hydroxy acids, both glycolic and lactic. These are water soluble and work on the skin's surface to remove dead skin cells and brighten up your texture and tone. Then we have a beta hydroxy acid, which is salicylic acid, and this is oil soluble, so it actually goes down into your pores, cleans those out, kind of makes them look tighter, and just clarifies your skin. So the BHA goes a lot deeper into the skin, while the AHA works on the surface level, like the flakes and things like that. Then we have PHA, which is gluconolactone, and this is a larger molecule size even than the alpha hydroxy acid, so it allows for very gentle exfoliation while attracting moisture. And then they also have a soothing complex in here. So it has resveratrol, which is an antioxidant, chamomile, which soothes, and then ceramide NG, which is a skin conditioner and helps replenish your barrier. So the directions on this are kind of interesting. This is not actually a leave-on product. You have to put this on, wait 2 minutes, and then rinse it off. So I did use this the other day and was pleasantly surprised. I had no irritation whatsoever. It actually says on the box that it might tingle. I didn't even honestly have any tingling. So you're just supposed to shake it up, apply a thin layer. It actually is very watery, almost like a toner would be. So I just patted it into my skin. Definitely avoid your eye area. I waited 2 minutes, I rinsed my face, and oh my gosh, my skin just felt so smooth that day, which was actually the day that I filmed my last video that went up, the drugstore haul. My makeup went on so smoothly and so perfectly. I just felt like it brightened everything up and just created like the smoothest canvas for makeup, and I was shocked that it didn't irritate me. I can't guarantee that it won't irritate you. Everybody's different, but as somebody who is very sensitive and like who couldn't even use the ordinary glycolic toner, this was honestly not bad at all. So this is actually something they recommend using every 2 to 3 days, and you can work your way up to daily use if you want. Just having dry skin, I never exfoliate daily because it's a little bit too much. So this is probably something I will use once a week, maybe twice a week during the summertime when my skin is not quite as dry, but I always have to work really hard just to keep that barrier intact. So I try not to exfoliate too much, especially in the wintertime. So anyway, guys, that's all I have for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'd also love to hear your comments on any of the products that I tried today, whether you're interested in trying them out or whether you're planning to skip them. I always love hearing your thoughts and comments. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you clicking on this video so much. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and stay safe. Take care, guys. Bye.